Do you need tarot advice on your current situation? I'm Rosetta. Pick a card, 1, 2, or 3, and I will do a detailed tarot reading for you with your guidance from Spirit to give you advice on your current situation. And please stay to the end of this video where I'm going to be doing oracle card pulls for each of the 3 groups as well. So if you have chosen your card, they're all representations of the Magician card in the tarot, representing that you will know what to do about your current situation. You're choosing number 1, number 2, number 3, and as always, timestamp for the card you chose will be in the description below. Let's go. Welcome group 1. This is the Magician card that you chose, and this of all of the 3 is going to be the one that's offering the most magical kinds of approaches to giving you advice on your current situation. So as I pull out the cards for you, if you feel like the cards are not giving you the kind of advice that you feel you need, please, as always with my readings, check out the reading for group 2 or group 3, because this is a group tarot reading, so it's not going to give you the same specificity to your individual situation as you would get if you were scheduling a one-on-one reading with me. So bearing that in mind, you may want to check out the other groups if you're not feeling like this group is speaking to you. All right, group 1, let's see what we have for you. Advice on your current situation. Okay, we're also seeing kind of a deep, dark situation here, or at least it is feeling that way to you. There's a kind of element of good versus evil in this situation. So who is the good person? Who is the person that you're perceiving as not good? Could be you or another person. Or it's the situation in life. You feel like you're cast into a situation. You're not feeling right about it, so to speak. So let's see what else we have around you here. So that's what's lurking in the background of the situation. So if you're feeling like, no, the advice I need is not really about whether something is right or wrong, or whether something is right or wrong for me, or whether there's going to be some kind of payback that has to be made. It's like a deal with the devil kind of situation, and then what's going to happen when it comes to be payback time. If that's not your situation, you may want to check out group 2 or group 3. Let me read on a little bit more though, so you can make up your mind. There's definitely a choice being involved. And because of the presence of the Devil card, I'm feeling like there is a choice involved of, it's almost like you don't want to look at something that's being offered to you, but you're wondering, well, should I look at it? Should I give it a chance? There seems like there's a lot of rewards that could be associated with this choice. And sometimes we think that the ends can justify the means. So that's a kind of situation that's going on here. But as we look ahead, we see that if you say yes to this opportunity or this choice, what Spirit is showing is not the outcome that you want to have. So we're not seeing more stability in your life. We are not seeing more happiness. We've got the 4 of Wands in reverse. So you're not receiving what you thought you would receive by making this deal that you feel kind of iffy, kind of squiffy about. All right, we're ending up with 8 of Cups in reverse. So not only are you walking away with nothing, kind of starting over again? And does this mean this is going to be a tragic thing if it happens? No, not necessarily. We don't see a card that's saying, oh my, if we saw the Tower card here, then maybe we would feel like, oh, this will be disastrous. We're not saying that your choice in this matter is going to be disastrous. We just see that you're starting all over again from square one. So making a choice that you feel is not really within your morals or within your ethics, or that you're sacrificing something important in terms of your family or other people in order to do this thing, it's not likely, Spirit is saying, to pay off in the way that would justify it. Okay, that's what I have for you, but hey, please don't go away, because at the end of this video, there'll be a timestamp for oracle card readings to tell you exactly where to go. But come and see what we have in the oracle card pulls, because sometimes they can be similar, other times they can be different and give a whole new perspective into this very question. If you like this reading, please, as always, give it a like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and most importantly of all, please leave me a comment, because I love to hear from you. All right, I hope to see you over in the oracle card readings. See you over there. Welcome, group 2. All right, so the Magician card that you chose is represented by Marie Curie, the famous French scientist from early in the 20th century. So that means that this reading might have, we have to see what cards we pull, but might have a little bit more of a scientific basis in advice on your current situation. So let's see what we get though. And as you guys know, this is a group tarot reading, so it's not going to be as specific to your situation as it would be if you were scheduling a one-on-one reading with me. So bear that in mind, and that's why I always suggest, as I'm pulling out the cards, if it sounds like I'm not describing your situation, then please check out the reading right here in this video for group 1 or group 3. Oh, I'm gonna just, face up. All right, what does this mean, though? We need a few more cards to say. What is that Judgment card saying to us? Okay, beneath you is the Sun, but we still need to see the other 2 cards. Okay, so here's how I'm going to read this to you. Now, for some of you, because this is a group reading, some people might be asking about a love situation. Other people might be asking about a work situation or a living situation, right? So this can encompass a lot of different situations that everyone is experiencing. What's behind this situation? The Judgment card. So you're feeling like if you go ahead and do the thing or act upon the situation or do something to try to change the situation. So if you're trying to get out of homeostasis here, like you're trying to get over or get to the other side of just letting something ride, but you're feeling like, yeah, but if I do something, is it going to be the right choice? It's the reading for group 1, in case you want to go over and take a look at that, was a sort of deal with the devil reading. So that was a reading where if that was the reading for some of you viewers, that's a situation where you just feel like you're going against your principles, you're going against your beliefs. Should you really do that? This one is not about your principles or beliefs. It's just your logical judgment. Should you do this thing? For some of you, it's going to be a situation where others, friends, or family members are encouraging you to do something, and yet you're thinking, I don't know, okay? So this could be, like we said, a variety of different things in your life. So let's just keep going. Underneath, you have the Sun. So it's almost like anything you do, group 2, is likely to come out in your favor, is likely to come out well. In fact, if some of you are worried, if you do this thing, are you going to be hurt financially? Are you going to lose something that's important to you in the service of helping others, or in doing something that someone else wants you to do, or taking a step that even you may want to do for yourself? You're not going to be losing. Queen of Pentacles. All right, so Spirit is saying, Don't worry too much. Now, we always say when there's a situation like this where I'm saying the cards are saying you will not lose thereby, I always say please don't make any important decisions based on a group tarot reading on YouTube. This is not even a personal one-to-one reading, but Spirit is saying in this case that you will not lose. And we've got the Three of Swords in reverse. So for some of you, you may be feeling like if you leave an abusive partner right now, or if you leave an unhappy relationship right now, you might be feeling like, oh, will I be making a mistake? And you're actually, if you are the proactive person who decides to make a change and leave, you are going to be avoiding worse and more painful heartbreak later. But in any case, whether you're asking about a love relationship or not, in any case, you will not be financially harmed by whatever you decide to do here, in case that's a concern, and you're not going to be suffering. Okay, so I want for this group to pull a couple extra cards about this heartbreak card. I just want to see a little bit more because we're describing so many possible different situations here. I want to make sure that this reading is applying to anybody who has been at least partially resonating with it so far. Okay, heartbreak card. What is up with this? Page of Pentacles in reverse. You want to take in this situation that you're wanting advice on, you're going to come out the best if you take the path of least resistance. Don't fight to keep things the way they are. If you, in your logical judgment, you want to go with your logical judgment, but don't say no only because you're afraid to consider this. Okay, so remember, the Magician card that you chose is the scientist Marie Curie. So you want to test, you want to look at all of the things you can look at logically in terms of the situation, whatever it is, and then you want to go with your best judgment. You do not want to discount or deny your own best judgment. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing better than maybe you think that you will. Also, please do not ignore messages surrounding this question. So if you have not done so already, you might want to ask some people in your sphere, people you know, people who know all of the parties involved, and say, well, what would you do? And now you're not going to base your final decision on what all these other people say, but it just gives you more to think about in this situation on what should you do, how should you handle it. All right, that's what I have for you, Group 2, but please don't go away yet because there's also going to be oracle card pulls for you at the end of this video. Timestamps for the oracle card pull will be in the description below. And if this reading spoke to you, you know what to do. Please give it a like, please subscribe, click the notification bell, and I hope to see you at the oracle card readings at the end of this video. Welcome, Group 3. So the representation of the Magician card that you chose is from the Wild Unknown Tarot. We can see that we're looking at, I believe, a leopard here. So we're looking more here in the gut feeling, trusting your gut when you're trying to decide what to do about your current situation. So Group 1 was more the magical way of dealing with the situation. Group 2 was the more logical, scientific way of dealing with the situation. And then here we just have the more going with the gut feeling method of doing this. So let's see what we have for you, Group 3. And remember, this is a group tarot reading. So if, as I pull the cards, this reading does not seem to be resonating with your situation, please definitely do go check out the reading for Group 1 or Group 2. And directly at the end of this group 3, I'm also going to be doing some oracle card pulls, which sometimes gives a completely different slant or take on the situation. All right, guys, what do we have? Advice on your current situation. All right, as we always say, don't worry about the death card. Let's see what else we have here in order to know how to best interpret that death card for you. Okay, so I want to say right away, group 3, that this selection of cards does not portend questions about love. So if you have a question about a love relationship, then I recommend that you check out group 1 or group 2. If your question was something to do with business, something to do with money, something to do with your career, then stick with me, because these cards are speaking, I feel like, more about choices related to that. All right, so one way that we can represent, or one way that we can interpret the death card here, is that the situation you're looking at may be a complete ending when it comes to your current career, your current role in your company. Now, could it be a definite ending of a relationship? I'm not seeing that here. That's not what the rest of these cards are telling me. It's like you're almost at a complete life change. So you may have already gone through a breakup or divorce, but now you're picking up the pieces of whatever has just happened. It could have been a health situation that you're recovering from. It could be any big life change. It could be the loss of someone in your family who is dear to you. But it's something where it really shakes you up and you're like, what do I now do? What is my path in life now? What does my life mean now? This is the kind of thing that we're looking at here. Okay, we've got under the death card, we have the 7 of Cups. So lots of choices. Which way do I go? What do I do? And it seems like the ultimate answer for you so far is hidden. You're not sure what to do. Now, you have plenty of energy, this reading is saying. So your inclination is to just go off in a whole bunch of different directions. And first you run after one thing and you think, well, maybe this is what I should be doing. And then you're in a different direction and that's what you should be doing there, you feel. So we see that your overall right now, for the next little while from whenever you're viewing this, so for the next month or so, from whenever you're viewing this video, even if you're viewing this video years from now, for the next little bit of time following when you see this, you're in a searcher mode. So you're just in search for what is there for me. Where is the sunlight in my life? Where am I heading next? But it's also a time of so many possibilities. So if it does not scare you too much, Spirit's advice on your current situation right now is this is a time of exploration. But don't just rush. Don't have it be like, 1 week you're exploring this philosophy or this way of life, or hey, maybe this is the next career I should go for. And then the next week you've totally abandoned that. Now you're running off after something else. So really, this is what Spirit is suggesting not to do. Spirit is suggesting instead that you're a little more grounded. So take a little time with each thing you're considering. Give each thing some time and attention. So the Knight of Swords, to me, the way I interpret this based on how this comes up in the readings that I do for people, is so chaotic, so fast. No time is being taken to really think about each thing you explore. How do I really feel about this? Does this really fulfill the things that I need in my life right now to be happening? right? So it's just taking, yes, you're still in search. That's definitely a good thing for you to be doing, and actually want you to be taking steps carefully toward your future. So when we said that the Magician card, this representation is more of the animalistic, the gut feeling. I want to pull a couple extra cards here, but this is not what Spirit wants you to be doing. So Spirit wants you not to make your life going forward for the next month or two to be just a knee-jerk reaction to things that have happened and kind of rushing out of fear for what do I do next. So what Spirit really wants here for you is a little bit more measured approach. Okay? A little bit slower, not slow, but taking the time and saying, okay, what do I really want to do next based on all of the things that I have looked at and considered? And then just keep experiencing, keep having that feeling of wonder. This is a new beginning for you, but take your time. Okay, what else do we have for you, Group 3? Yeah, please just accept that this is a period of time where you're not going to have the instant victory, the instant results that you may want to have. And that we're seeing that at least a couple of months are going to have to go by, and you are going to be going through some different moods as you navigate through this. So you're not going to feel that feeling of steady progress where you feel safe and you know exactly what you're doing right now. You're in this place where, the fool is kind of walking off a cliff in order to start something new. It's going to feel that way for you sometimes. So hence the reason that we want you to not be the Knight of Swords and be rushing without thought into where you're going. We want you to be more like the Knight of Wands. Okay, let's just see if we've got one more thing here for you. Yeah, so Spirit wants you to know that even though you're not getting the ultimate rewards as quickly as you would like to, even though this is taking some time, you're going to get there. So enjoy the journey because the fruits will be coming. But right now, you're on the exciting journey if you choose to view it as an exciting journey instead of just a delay and just a feeling of confusion. All right, stick with me because we're going to do some oracle card pulls right now that typically tend to bring up some other ideas, a little bit different to what the tarot has given us. But if this reading spoke to you, please give it a like, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and now come with me. Let's pull some oracle cards. All right, everybody, we're going to be pulling some oracle cards. Before I shuffle them, let me just show you, we are doing the Super Attractor oracle cards today. And we're going to be pulling 2 cards for each of the 3 groups. If you watched multiple groups, so if you watched more than just one group in the tarot reading, stick around and hear and see the cards for all of the groups that you viewed, because you never know which one is going to have something special to say to you. All right. Group number 1. Group number 2. Group number 3, and then second card, group number 1, group number 2, group number 3. Let's see what we have. Okay, number 1, first card for you. And I do read reverses in these oracle decks. So when I get something in reverse, what that's saying to me is that is a concept that you may have to put a little bit of extra attention to. So in this case, we have spiritual alignment puts my manifestation in motion. So group 1, in addition to any practical steps you're taking, Even though you might be more of a practical person and maybe not such a woo-woo person, this is a time period where you want to say, like, how am I feeling inside? How am I feeling spiritually? How is my body feeling inside? Because a lot of times how your body is feeling, whether it's tension or whether you're just not feeling as energetic as you want to, or how are you sleeping? All of these things are indicating your spiritual alignment as well. So if you get those things in order to where you're feeling good, mentally you're feeling good, then that manifestation that you want to see happen is going to more easily come into being. All right, group number 2, first card for you. The universe has big plans for me, and it's time to claim them. We had this in reverse as well. So have you actually claimed your good? Have you actually said, you know what, here's what I want, and I claim that this can be mine, and I claim that on a daily basis. Spirit is helping me, giving me the next little tiny bit of the plan, giving me that next little step to take, and I claim that. I'm going to go ahead and pay attention to that. I'm going to act on that. Group 3, first card for you. All right, we've got it right side up. To begin the practice of allowing, I must get out of the way and let Spirit give me direction. We had this right side up, so it's likely this is something that you can get on board with, maybe something you're already doing. Spirit just wants to give you that encouragement. Keep going in that way. You're doing the right thing. Keep going. All right, second card for group number 1. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. We had that right side up. So likely you're already on board with that practice. So now just do more of what you've already been doing. How many times a day can you notice the little things that are going right for you, the things that are already good, the things that are already making you happy right now? So just notice, even to an annoying extent. Just be everything is, you're just appreciating everything. You're appreciating the food, you're appreciating anything you like, anything good about the weather, anything good about your financial condition, anything good about the beautiful things you have in your home or apartment. Just be noticing. If you are on your own and nobody's there to hear you, be saying aloud how much you love this, how much you love that. Group 2, second card for you. Appreciation dissolves all blocks to the presence of my super attractor power. Okay, so we've got a similar message to this one here. So how much can you appreciate everything? The more you appreciate everything you currently have, everything that's going right for you, even if something hasn't come into being, if somebody contacted you about something and you don't have that in your hand yet, but look, at least people are getting in contact with you, giving you helpful ideas, making helpful offers to you. Group number 3, okay, we have it in reverse. It's, I let the universe catch up with my dreams. So we had it in reverse, so something that you may have to think about this concept a little bit. So the universe maybe has not caught up with your dreams yet. If something's not happening fast enough, be nice to the universe, just like you would be nice to anybody in your life, and say, well, I get that you're not quite here with me yet, but I'm going to be acting and living my life in such a way as if you already were caught up with my dreams, universe, as if I already had all of my dreams. That's how I'm going to live until you can catch up to me, universe. All right, that's what I have for you. Hey, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, click the notification bell. I'm tending to post more than once a week these days, and if you click the notifications bell, that means that you're going to get a little notification within YouTube every time I post something new, and you won't miss anything. Thank you for being here with me, everybody. Blessings, and hope to see you in my next video.